Cornwall is reputed to be one of the warmest and sunniest counties in the UK. The balmy weather not only makes it an appealing option for a holiday, but it's also created an ideal climate for a number of botanical gardens. One such fine example is the Lost Gardens of Helligan. These gardens were hidden from sight for nearly 70 years, but a chance discovery in 1990 has allowed them to be restored to their former glory. Earlier in the week, we arranged for our keen gardeners, Chris and Angela, to meet Mike Friend, the curator, to see some of the horticultural highlights.
How did they manage to lose a garden of this size?
Well, I mean, it basically comes down to the fact that back in its heyday, the garden staff, most of them went off to fight in the Great War, in the First World War, and tragically didn't come back.
There were many decades of neglect, but in 1990 a new generation of gardeners on the estate set about bringing these once glorious gardens back to life. With over 200,000 visitors a year, it's now one of the most popular private gardens in the country, and it's constantly evolving. Chris and Angela are off to see the Productive Gardens, an area dedicated to fruit and vegetable cultivation, which provides seasonal produce throughout the year.
We grow all sorts, the onion crops, potatoes. The archway there is the apple arch,
Lovely.
which are all old varieties. The produce that we grow here are pre-1910 varieties. We try to keep that, so we stick to that kind of Victorian era. We've actually got some seeds that need sowing. We've got some climbing French beans that we need to do. So if you'd like to follow me, we'll go and get you doing a practical.
Oh, right.
Okay, thank you.
For the Victorians, gardens were a real status symbol, allowing them to show off their wealth with opulent planting schemes.
What are these then?
These are two-coloured cocoa climbing French beans.
Wow.
Now what I want you guys to do is very simple. All we do is we just fill the pot, get the tamper, tamp it down so it's nice and level. With your finger, just up to the top of your fingernail, put 2 holes in.
2. Okay.
One bean in there, one bean in there.
Great.
Okay, so what we do just to end it is we put a label in one of the pots. So all you need to write is 2 coloured cocoa.
Great.
Job done.
In one part of the garden, the temperature is 5 degrees warmer than in other areas, which means more tropical crops can be grown, including bamboos, giant rhubarb, bananas, and incredible palm trees.
Welcome to the jungle.
Wow, yeah, you can see why they call it a jungle.
It definitely has a jungle feel.
Yeah.
Could you actually grow some of this stuff in a domestic garden?
Most of the plants that are here will grow in your garden. The further north you go, the harder it will be for some of them to grow.
Yeah.
But quite a few of the plants we have here are tough.
So when we move down here, we'd be able to grow some of what you have here quite successfully.
Absolutely, yeah.
Excellent. I just love it.
Well, that's the end of the tour for Chris and Angela. And now they know how to cultivate a perfect garden for Cornwall's climate. We'd better find them a house to go with it. For our second house, we're heading towards Prt2, a rural village some 14 miles from Truro. And in true British style, the weather is changeable. So from basking in glorious sunshine, we're now sheltering from the rain. But that hasn't put off our buyers. It's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Prt2 Moor, it was densely populated during the Bronze Age and again in the 18th and 19th century as well. And that's all down to the mines, especially the Bassett and Grills mine. Very prolific. And so in its heyday, this place would have had a cinema, a pub, a coach maker.
In the Bronze Age?
No, not in the Bronze Age, in the 18th and 19th century, especially in the 19th century. Yeah. And then, of course, the mines went, and with it, the cinema, the coach maker. But the good news is it's still got the pub, which is good news. Still got school and also a lovely church as well. But it's also the location of the second property, which could be your new house.
Oh, well, that sounds interesting.
Yes.
So you'll never ever see this pub again, of course, will you, Chris?
It's marginal, marginal.
Come on, let's go and have a look at the house. Our second property is a detached cottage that was recently extended, but retains a lot of its original character. Come on, don't be shy.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, yes.
It's rather lovely, isn't it?
That's smashing, yes. Oh, yes, that's very attractive.
You were nearly speechless for a second then.
Nearly.
I don't do speechless.
Not quite.
You almost did.
Close,
Almost,
close,
yeah. Oh,
Oh, it's
that is
fantastic.
good. That's lovely.
It's floating your boat, is it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
love it.
What we've got here is 2 cottages that were around in the 1700s that were knocked into one. 2 years ago they put this extension on, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But you see the stone, he's hand-picked all those stones from the quarry so that they match the ones on the original
That's terrific.
1700s property.
That's
Can't show it,
lovely.
aren't
So should we go in?
Oh, yes.
Come on, let's go. Well, there are no stony faces from Chris and Angela, so here's hoping they like this house as we step inside. Like I'm back in the cathedral coming through this door. Come on in.
Oh,
Stereo Inglenooks, you've got one there and you've got one here as well, of course.
Yeah.
Because it would have been 2 cottages, wouldn't it?
Amazing, yes, of course.
Yes.
And this is a 1950s reconditioned range.
I love it. This is so quaint.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
It is
Right,
really.
onward and hopefully upward.
Oh,
Good,
yes.
Good.
Great reactions, but can we keep up the momentum?
Gosh, it's a lovely kitchen. It's a smallish kitchen, but it's very nice.
You've got your boot room behind you.
Oh,
But
yes.
it's a boot room with a view.
Hey, that's great.
And it's very nicely done.
It's immaculate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very
is,
nicely.
yeah.
It looks nearly brand new, actually.
With the exposed stone as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it
All
is.
around you.
It's fab.
Okay, let's go upstairs. Our buyers seem to have really warm feelings about this property. Time now to check out the first floor. So in this part of the house, you've got a good-sized bedroom there.
Uh-huh.
Lovely little office space here.
Super.
Good-sized
Nice-
family bathroom.
Nice bathroom.
And another room here. Again, the current owner is doing a bit of work.
Yes, I see.
Lovely window though, isn't it?
It is.
And
It
that
is.
stone again.
I know. Masses of it. Good Lord.
What do you think of this room?
It's big enough, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's just so quirky. It's so interesting.
You've also got ensuite.
Oh,
Good,
that's
isn't it?
good.
You don't expect it to be there, really, do you?
No,
Terrific.
you don't. That's ever so good. Yeah.
So, can you see yourselves here?
It's super. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I could. Where are we going to put all your clothes?
Oh, well, think about that.
Of course, you could just keep all your clothes in here and you'd be in the master bedroom.
This
Okay.
isn't then.
It isn't the master bedroom.
Oh.
Oh, if it's a master bedroom you're after, yeah. Check this out. That fooled them. Well, what have we got in store? This is what you call master bedroom.
Oh,
Goodness me.
oh, that's gorgeous.
It is, isn't it? Wow.
Love it. It's
God.
fabulous.
Isn't it just great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
Imagine yourself sitting in those seats,
Yes.
looking out at
Yeah.
your gorgeous view.
I'm imagining.
Yeah.
It's
This is really impressive, isn't
It's
it? It really is
lovely.
amazing,
oh,
yeah.
and the vaulted ceiling and it's gorgeous.
And there's one other thing as well.
What?
Your ensuite as well. Very modern.
Oh yes, that's marvellous. Fabulous.
It's fantastic.
Should we pop out to the garden?
Ah, yes.
Talk money, come on. Well, Chris and Angela are already dreaming about moving in. But before I bring them back down to earth with the price, let's take a look at the garden, which has the most spectacular views. Come on out. This gives you a good view of the house and the Calvarnac Cairn as well.
Ah,
Unspoilt, beautiful.
it is. It is.
You've also got a bit of garden the other side of the property as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And actually cellar space running underneath the whole part of the extension.
Right, yes, I
Really?
noticed that. I knew there was, because there's a door at the back into
There is,
it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
cellar
Well
space
done,
as
super
well.
sleuth.
Super
Yes, there you
sleuth,
go.
yeah.
Lots of storage.
Yes.
Right, let's talk money, shall we?
Oh, okay.
Who's going first this time?
Angela.
Oh, okay. Such a coward.
Dead right.
Yeah.
375.
375,000. Okay.
I'd be somewhere near that, but I'm trying to think of reasons to come in less. And I can't think of one, so I'll say 375 as well, I'm afraid. Yeah.
375,000 as well.
Yeah.
You're both close. It's on the market for £380,000,
Uh-huh.
but the owners are open to offers.
Right.
It depends how much you like it.
Well, that we'll have to talk about. Yes.
Well, listen, I think the rain's on its way, so I think you should get yourselves indoors, have another look around. Go on.
Okay.
Take your time.
Thank you.
Okay,
I don't mind getting wet.
You'll try.
She doesn't mean it.
Although it's over budget at £380,000, this beautiful cottage could be in reach with a sensible offer. It gives them a lovely country kitchen, a quirky living room with exposed stone and inglenook fireplace, 4 bedrooms including a sensational master bedroom with ensuite, and great views.
These are a smashing idea, aren't they?
What,
These
the
little window
seats?
seats,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, the whole thing's been done very, very well.
So clever.
The main living room was wonderful. It had everything that my wife's ever wanted. It had a multi-fuel burner in one end and a range in the other. And it's a very intriguing, original space. I've never quite seen anything the same before.
It's so interesting and so cleverly done. If we think longer and harder about it, there are things that aren't absolutely perfect. What is? But it's lovely.
For your information, it didn't rain.
Oh.
There you go.
Shucks.
Yeah, try harder next time.
Yes, I'll pray. My prayers weren't answered that
Tell you what, you're in there long enough though, and you're smiling, which is a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
You've seen 2, well, quite different properties, so let's not even discuss them anymore, okay? We'll reconvene in the morning, and I'll drive you back now. How's that?
Smashing.
Come on.
Yes.
As the evening draws to a close over Cornwall, our buyers take a moment to mull over a busy day of house hunting. Scuba diving enthusiast Chris and his leading lady wife Angela are taking the property plunge with a move from Altrincham in Cheshire to Cornwall. So far they thought our first property was blooming marvellous with its perfect sized garden, but then they were completely captivated by the rustic charm of our second house with its breathtaking views. Coming up, will the mystery house fill them with joy or leave them feeling empty?
Nobody's lived in it.
Nobody's lived in it.
Ooh.
And I come face to face with some infamous Cornish claws. You ever been got by one of those pinchers?
No, not recently.
It's day 2 in our quest to find the lovely Christopher and Angela, their dream property here in Cornwall. And I must say it's going rather well. They seem to like aspects of both properties yesterday, especially the second house. Mind you, who wouldn't want to wake up in that master bedroom? Absolutely divine. They're after lots of space, especially in the kitchen area. And I have to be honest, you're not really going to get that in a Cornish cottage. But you get it in a new build. Except they said they didn't like new builds. They didn't mean that, did they? It's time to find out with a mystery property. As we head towards the mystery house, I want to see how our buyers are feeling about their search. What are your thoughts on the 2 properties?
I've sort of forgotten the first one because my mind is full of the second one.
Right.
And parts of it were absolutely fabulous.
So mystery property, what would you like it to be?
We like it to look nice outside, but it's more what it's like inside, because we're going to be living inside it.
Bring on the small, dark Cornish cottage with no utility room or view, yeah?
Yeah, that'll do, yes, no problem.
No,
Yeah, right. For the mystery property, we're taking Chris and Angela right to the edge of their search area, to the outskirts of Helston, which is about 18 miles from Truro. This bustling old market town lies at the edge of the Lizard Peninsula and was inhabited in the 6th century by the Saxons. The patron saint of Helston, and indeed Cornwall, is St. Michael, and there's a church here in his honour that dominates the town's skyline. Our mystery house is a bit of a gamble, a brand new build, perhaps not the obvious choice for a couple who profess not to be keen on modern houses. However, its location is perfect for the community they're after and their much sought after country views.